Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am the Ink Northerner, and today the long wait to find out what the Evercade Versus is over. Blaze put out a trailer at 2 PM to announce what the Versus was, UK time that is, and it got what most people wanted in the Evercade world, a handheld console. I've got some notes here because I've had to do quite a bit of digging to try and find out some of the technical specifications. But first, let me give a bit more of a brief on the console itself. So it comes all decked out in the red and white that the Evercade has become known for. However, I suspect that somewhere along the lines they're going to potentially release a different colour scheme. How they'll do that, I don't know. Whether that'll be readily available to the public, whether it'll be some competition thing, whether you'll be able to buy it, I'm not sure. But along with the lines with the founders' handheld console, I think there will be a different colour scheme somewhere. The console features 4 USB ports in the front for up to 4 controllers. It looks like it will ship with 2 of the Blaze Evercade controllers, which are very much in the same shape as the handheld itself. It has the U cutout, but because they are USB, it will work with any controller that comes with any wireless controller that comes with a USB dongle, from what I've been reading. For me, more importantly, the Blaze have thought about this and they're going to be somewhat inclusive, even though it's inclusive by proxy, and the Xbox adaptive controller will be supported. Now, the Xbox adaptive controller is probably the most inclusive piece of technology I have ever seen in the gaming world. I'm not here to talk about the adaptive controller, so what I'll do is I'll stick a link to it in the comments. But for anybody with certain disabilities, certain mobility issues, the adaptive controller working on the Evercade is fantastic. Like I say, I've had to dig around for the technical specifications. Due to me being a small channel, I don't think Blaze would have sent me them if I'd have asked for them. But you never know, perhaps I could have asked for them ahead of time. The console itself will output at 1080p, which is a marked improvement on the 720 that the handheld did. Now, how that'll work for every game, I'm not sure. Not all games look good at that output, but it seems like there will be some form of UI tinkering in the background which will allow you to play it as, I think it's called Pixel Perfect or something along those lines. I read it, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It will come with a 1.5 GHz quad-core processor, so it's going to have more grunt than the handheld, which should mean that the games will run smoother on the home console. That CPU is backed by 512 gig of DRAM, and it has 4 gig of internal storage. Now, what that storage is going to be used for, I'm not sure. I'm going to give my thoughts on what I want it to be used for towards the end of the video, but what it will be used for, I don't know. I don't have that information. It comes in sort of like a NES sort of layout with a flap on the front. When you lift that flap up, it allows you to put 2 cartridges in. Those two, you can have 2 cartridges in the console at any time, meaning less swapping in and out. Also, the save states being on the cartridge are amazing, because that means if you're on the go and you save, you can then just take the cartridge out and put it into your home console and carry on where you left off. You know, it's for a company starting out the way that Blaze have. I think that's an excellent move for them. It means that they're already thinking about people on the go. I know that that's what the handheld's for, but sometimes it is nice just to have it on a big TV and sit and play it. There is a new UI that's going to be being released as well. Now, the UI based on the shots that were in the video looks amazing. Shows you the full artwork, gives you bits of information. It allows you to go in and you can see save states in a separate menu. There's something on the UI screenshot that I saw which I want to touch on again. that'll be from the things I'm hoping from it. Console will ship with a micro USB power cable, but it will not have a wall socket. Now, for some people, I can see that being a bit of a problem. For myself, it's not going to be a major issue. I have USB sockets in my house, so it's not an issue for me, but I could see some people may have a problem with that. Also, they tried to reduce the costs wherever possible, so that means that this won't ship with a HDMI cable. Again, not a major issue to me. I've got a ton of them lying around, but for some people, they'll have to go out and it adds to the overall ending cost. What else do I know about it? So pre-orders are due to start on the 28th of May. I don't have a full release date for it other than it being in November. November this year, that is, so it's not too far away. I'm going to be sticking my pre-order in first thing on the 28th of May. The price, it's priced amazingly. The price is $89.99. Now, that doesn't include, from what I can see, it doesn't include any cartridges. So there may be other versions that are released that include some cartridges, like they did with the handheld. So you could buy the handheld as a starter pack, which came with one cartridge, or the premium pack, which I bought, which came with cartridge 1, 3, and 4, I think it was, or 1, 2, and 4. The price is $89.99 in the UK, and that equates to $99.99 US. So very, very well priced. So what am I hoping? What do I think from it? Let's go back to that 4 gig of storage. So what I'm hoping is that there is some form of actually, before I go on to that, it is also going to have built-in Wi-Fi, which will be used for Wi-Fi firmware updates. So going then back to what I want from it, I'm hoping as well that allows for some online leaderboards, but I don't want it to lead to sort of digital purchases and online play in that sense. I like the idea of having this physical media. Don't get me wrong, I'm a massive digital player. I have Xbox Live and PS Now and Switch and whatever Nintendo's is that I rarely use, but I do like the physical cartridges. So from the storage, I'm hoping that what you'll be able to do is put all of your cartridges in. It will read the cartridges in the library. On the UI, there was a little button that looked like the library symbol, like bookcases, like books. I'm hoping what that does is it will read them all, store those on that storage, and will allow you to randomly select a game. If the cartridge isn't in, it'll tell you to put the right cartridge in. If the cartridge is in, spot on, it'll go. That's what I'm hoping for from that storage. But what else it can be used for, I don't know. Whether it's, I honestly don't know what it will be there for. What else am I hoping from this? I mean, it's hit many buttons in that you be able to use your own wireless controllers. It sounds like you'll be able to use any wired USB controller as well. The the cables on the image look amazing. They are red to fit with the red and white theme. So I'm hoping that they do release a HDMI to mini HDMI cable in that red colour to make it look sleek. The Evercade can be used as another controller if I've not already said that. There are a couple of snags, however, that being that there's 2 cartridges as of right now that will not play on the Versus. Those are the Namco cartridges. Those are licensed for handheld only, therefore won't play. It's not a major issue to me, but some people may find that. One other thing of note, when they showed the images of the Versus, it showed all the cartridges behind, and there was one cartridge that said, in a different colour to the rest of them, that said, "What is this?" So that is going to be the arcade cartridges in my opinion, and those arcade cartridges I think are going to release at the same time as the Versus, which is the November time frame. So that gives plenty of time for Blaze to work on getting the licenses for the arcade games, and plenty of time to get it out. That's it, people. It's just a brief video. Again, I've been working, so that's why it's late. All that's left for me to do is thank you for watching. I've been the Untitled Chapter. and I'll catch you on the next one.